Today's question for AGA is likely to be negative cause of attachment. Okay, and this question comes from Manesh. But before I start the question off, show reel. Pranam, Namaste, my name is Garrett. Before I start the question off, please make sure you guys remember to hit like, subscribe and comment your learnings in the comment section below. I'm dedicated to make 4 videos a week to spread more light and positivity out there to the world, okay? And it's also nice to know where you guys are tuning in from so we could actually connect within this space, okay? And just so you guys know, my baby girl is chilling beside me as usual, so please bear with me if she makes any baby noises, okay? And I would actually help to try to block off these sounds, but it's hard for me to block off entirely, okay? So please bear with me. So without further ado, let's head into the question, okay? So hi Garrett, greetings to you. I'm Manesh and I've been following your work for a while. Thank you so much, Manesh. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Okay. My question for you is, having moved from India to Indonesia to leave home for good due to toxic family ties about 2 years ago, I'm recently having a lot of negative thoughts about my family. It's not like I miss them or anything. It just feels like all the past memories just surface out of nowhere. I believe it's something to do with energies instead of the mind. Please share with me your views on this and perhaps some methods to help me break away from this pattern. I appreciate your response greatly. Thanks, Manesh. Thank you for your question, Manesh. Okay. Agree and disagree at the same time, because thoughts and emotions are energetic patterns, okay? Just so you know, it's not even what's running in and out of your mind. All these thoughts are also energy, okay? And therefore everything is energy. Always remember that. So you say that it's actually just mind, it's not just mind driven. Yes, okay, you need to know that yes, even a thought and even having this energetic cause, right, is also one of these methods that is causing you to have all these emotions surfacing again, okay? So all these are, in other words, the negative cause of attachment, okay? So let me briefly tell you what is a negative cause of attachment, okay? So after that, I'll share with you some of these techniques to sort of help you break away from this cause of attachment, okay? So what are causes of attachment? They are energetic cords that actually, if you can see auras, right, they are actually open, silvery, white in color, okay? And they are, and actually attaches us to another person, okay, energetically. And these cords, right, actually serve to bind this person and to us. And actually, that person we will once we attach to that person or that person attached to us, right, we will end up thinking of each other much more frequent, okay? And this would actually affect us emotionally, okay, and mentally as well, okay? So you may even be just looking at some Facebook feed and you're looking at this person and you've been following this person for a while right now, and you've been harboring bad thoughts and bad intentions of this person that would actually unknowingly or knowingly create a cause of attachment to that person as well, okay? So things like that would also appear, okay? So once we sever this cord of attachment, right, that attaches us to the person, we find ourselves not so emotionally affected by them, not so easily triggered by their actions and their words. It's like energy and information actually flows through and down this cause of attachment, so that when they say or do something, because we are actually attached to what they are saying and doing, so we end up feeling a little bit more emotionally affected or triggered and open its negative emotions, okay? You need to know that. So when you are this information and all these actions, they flow through energetically go through this cords, right, and you become more triggered and you, why am I feeling so impacted and so affected by all this? Is due to this, okay? So when they say or do something, we are attached to what they are saying and doing. We end up feeling emotionally affected or triggered, and often it's negative emotions. You need to know that, huh? So cause of attachments could attach by heart to heart, okay, or even by the head, or it could also be several causes according to the top to bottom of our body. So if the person really misses you a lot and has a lot of bad or ill intentions on you, then it will create much more cause that attach to your body. But most often is heart and the mind, the head. Okay, so heart and head. Okay, this could be more than one cord connecting to various parts of the body. Okay, so need to know. Huh? So how do they come about? When we spend time with someone and we have an emotional connection or attachment to someone, i.e. they have actually fulfilled some sort of need in our life. Take for instance in the past, say for instance a mother, okay? Our mother actually fulfilled a lot of our needs, right? So especially for your case, I think because you were saying toxic parents, right? Toxic family, okay? Some moments, some mothers are actually definitely better than some others. So of course, as children, right, we are much more vulnerable, and that's why we need to sort of need to have caregivers to actually look after us and provide for us. So that was the role of a parent or a mother especially, okay? And if these relationships, right, have any negative aspects to them, which have actually caused us to feel negative emotion, negatively about ourselves, negatively about them, or even negatively about the world and how we function in this world, then we can actually, then we need to know if our relationship with them is resulted in negative beliefs, okay, and negative perceptions, and lack of self-confidence, self-love, self-worth, and even guilt feeling, okay, feeling shameful, bringing up anxiety, and so on and so forth. All these are the negative aspects, right? So then you need to know they can actually really affect us, okay? And who you affect not only who you are today, it will also affect you in the future, okay, if you don't go and do something about it. So even if we don't see that person anymore, just by the fact we still think about them means that there is this connection, okay? And even if we get triggered by the things that they say or used to say, can show that we have this cause of attachment, okay, with them. So we were attached to them in some way, even dependent or codependent on them, okay? So they affected us and they were part of our reality. You need to know that, okay? And today we just can't quite let them go because of this fact, and they still affect us in some way, okay? So give you some quick examples, okay? So take for instance, if my parents who are overly critical over the things that I've done, okay, for example, if I were to bake a cake and they were hard to please, I bring the cake to my parents and my parents say, oh, this is a lousy cake, then I'll be very disappointed because I'm looking for some form of acknowledgement from them, okay? I would not get the type of validation that I want, okay? And not only trying to get them to acknowledge me, I would have to try very hard, right? Okay? So even when I grew up and I want to go and visit them, and when I visit them, they still criticize me because I'm not doing something good that they think that I should be doing, okay? Then over a particular weakness, okay? So then your wound will not actually heal up because you suddenly they open up all this wound again, because that was the whole point to begin with the triggers, right? So now they are just opening up this wound. That's why you will forever not heal up, okay? Because the cord is still attached to you, and it would trigger that response in you. You need to know that. So not acknowledging my acknowledgements are, or in my existence, okay? They're not acknowledging my existence, okay? In addition, when I'm away, I could actually start to build my own confidence, okay? And I'm able to sort of validate and give myself a pat on my back. And when I did something well, rather than somebody keep saying that I'm not good, I'm actually trying to validate myself. Because end of the day, rather than feeling useless or that everything is, or that you've done is not good, or everything is futile, okay, I can actually build my own confidence, then I can build my own self-esteem, increase my motivation for the things that I do, okay. And because I don't need their validation, you need to know that I don't need their validation. And I realize, and that is something that I realized that now, okay. So you need to know that as well. So if you don't need their validation, then you will be free from this attachment, okay. So cutting the cords of attachment not only helps us to heal, it also helps us to reduce the negative emotions and triggering due to that person, okay. But it also helps us to sort of start to really perform self-improvement work and find more time to self-love and happiness in our own life, okay. So another very quick example, okay, let's say we were in a relationship that ended, but we still think about them and we still miss them a lot, okay. So relationships, okay, now we miss someone usually because they feel they feel some sort of emotional need for us, or even physical need, okay. And now that this need is no longer being fulfilled, then we miss that person, okay. So it's mind and body kind of thing, okay. So let's say subconsciously we miss the love that they gave us, you know. Now we are feeling unloved, and our subconscious mind kind of reminds that, oh, we are no longer being loved by something or someone. That's where the love came from initially, right? Then the subconscious mind will say, oh, I think that person is no longer loving you, we can't get love from that person. That is where you get triggered, okay. So we used to be in a relationship with them, okay. So we therefore will miss them, okay. So this is normal. That's one of the reasons anyway. But what if that relationship has severely negative aspects in it, okay. That's all negative, okay. What if that person was quite manipulative and returned everything around us as if it was everything our own fault, okay. If that is such a manipulative partner that you have, okay. So then you need to know, okay, if we want to get over them, then we are not, even if we are not with them, okay, we don't want to think about them anymore. We need to let them go entirely. We want to stop missing them because we know that relationship was not a good, well, it's not a good one, in other words, okay. Why would we still want to miss someone that is actually harming us, okay, that is actually leading us to feel unhappy, okay. So because they were fulfilling need, okay, needs in one way, but in another, right, was the relationship was destructive, okay. So even if they are fulfilling that need, but it was destructive to begin with, right, then that relationship is actually causing you much more harm, okay. And when we think about them, we are triggered again emotionally by them in some way, okay. It's often means we have cords of attachment with them still, okay. You need to know that, huh? So energetic cords, right, connects us energetically through creation because of our reality, okay. It's energy and information, and no matter the distance between that person and us, actually helps, actually between us and that person, right, no matter how far the distance is, you will still be connected, okay. So because energy is infinite, always know that, okay. And we can still have energetic cords of attachment that's running through energetic reality, okay. So there are several ways to sever these cords and let go of this person through inner work and realization, okay. So I'll be sharing with you one of the most simplest method, okay, is to, like I said, always go into creative visualization first. So always go in towards a meditation. So gently calm yourself down, take in deep breaths, okay. Once you are ready to go into meditation, then just be still, quiet your mind, take more deep breaths, okay. And when you're taking deep breaths, right, then put your left palm over your right palm on your chest, okay. Then hold this in your mind's eye or even in your thought, okay. Thoughts are very powerful when it comes to this breaking of negative cords, okay, of attachment. So hold in your mind's eye or even in your intent and say that I am taking back my power and control. I am releasing all forms of negative cords of attachment that has been attached to me, whether knowingly or unknowingly. Okay, so just need to have that strong intent in you, or you can even say it out loud. Okay, then when you say it out loud, take some deep breaths and release it. I am sending this back with love, light, and positivity. Okay, say this out loud or even hold this in your intent. So once you say it, take some deep breaths and feel the shift of energy within your body. You will really feel it. Okay, you will start to feel a little bit lighter after this whole exercise. Take some moments, okay, so probably do a meditation of 10 to 15 minutes at least to practice this whole exercise. Okay, and when you're doing this, right, I need to preempt you is when you do this, right, subsequently in the next few hours or even in the next few weeks or even the next few months, these people that you want to disconnect your cords of attachment with, right, will come back at you. They will come back and magnify intensity. Okay, why? Because you have been feeding them energy because of this attachment. Okay, these cords of attachment, and it's not like they are purposely trying to look up for you, but unknowingly that they are connected with you, so they would want to intensify to get back this energy from you. So just bear in mind, you need to create your own boundaries. Okay, and how do you create your own energy shields and your boundaries is to practice this visualization again. Okay, so same thing, go into meditative state, then hold the intent of surrounding yourself in a force field, golden white light shield. Okay, visualize that. Then in this shields that you've been surrounded with, tell yourself this and hold this thought and intent that is strong within you as well, saying this: I will not allow any energy cords of attachment to reach me. This is my own boundaries and no one can penetrate through this shield. Okay, so hold this thought and intent within you and don't allow any other energies to penetrate this shield. So that is thought and intent. If thought and intent is something that you only have, that is basically what you need to get through anything in life. Okay, so I hope you learned something from this video. This is one of the simplest way. Okay, affirmations also help you to break away all these negative cords of attachment. Ho'oponopono is also one of these methods. Okay, hope you learn all these techniques. If you want me to create more techniques down the road, just share in the comments and I can actually share more techniques down the road. Okay, so I hope you learned something of this video. It's quite a long video already, so I'm going to end this off. Pranam, namaste.